Yo, what's up, guys? So today we're gonna be talking about something juicy and something useful. People always ask, like, how do I achieve true confidence? What do I need? And that's always their question. What do I need? It's like an easy fix. What do I need? X, Y, and Z. Okay, I'm confident. Now, do you need anything? No, you really don't. You need, well, yes and no, because you need the right mentality, which is probably even more difficult to get than tangible stuff. Because confidence comes from a source. And this source is not your money. The source is not your car, your house, your status. It's not the trophy you won when you were 9 years old. No. That's not it. The source comes from your approach and your attitude to yourself and to the people around you, to the world. The way you view the world, the way you view yourself. We don't want to cover your inner weaknesses and vulnerabilities and kind of lack of confidence with a facade, like an inflated balloon. No. Like, for example, if you're weak, just go to the gym, you'll feel more secure, you'll feel more confident. While if you start as an insecure individual, you will just become an insecure individual with muscles, or insecure individuals with money. It doesn't matter. If you don't address the core, it's not going to change shit. All of this tangible shit is compensation. We don't want you to build compensated confidence. We want you to build inherent self-belief that comes from a certain mentality. First, I think, which is a big one, focus on yourself, right? This is a big one. Many people, they don't do that. Oh, what is this Joe Schmoes doing? What is this guy doing? What's this guy's Instagram? Wow, he has so many cars. Wow. And you're just sitting there scrolling, obsessing about some other guy's cars. You're obsessing some other guy's life. You're obsessing about what he doesn't have or what he has. Focus on yourself. You need to have a tunnel vision. And for some people, this shit's not natural. This really applies in anything you do. Trying to excel in things, trying to become good at things. You don't compare yourself with others in a way where, I want to be like this, I want to have what they have, right? No, just focus on yourself. And even in competition with other people, or in your work, or in your school, whatever you're doing, you can do it in a healthy way. You can be like, okay, so who's number one? Okay, this motherfucker is number one. I'm coming for his head. But at the end of the day, you're reflecting on your own performance. At the end of the day, you're competing with yourself. You're competing with your last week's performance. You're competing with what you've done last time. With this self-focus, you avoid a lot of shit because you're not really worried about others, and you're not worried how others really think about you and what they think about you, because you're really, again, focused on yourself. Step number 2, which is important, is understand yourself, understand your strengths, and embrace who you are, which is probably seems to be one of the worst, most difficult things that people can do in today's social climate. It's very difficult for people to be themselves, to find yourself, because you're not finding yourself. You think you are, but you're not. Everyone wants to create this perfect version of themselves. They want to create this idealized version. I want to enhance who I am. I want to change who I am because then I'm going to be happy. Then I'm going to have confidence. If I'm going to be this big dick Chadwick, or I'm going to be this individual who's has so many friends, so popular, then I'm going to be successful. I'm going to be liked. I'm going to have the confidence. Guess what? No, you ain't. No, you're not going to have shit. You will have misguided confidence. You're gonna have confidence until pressure comes around, and pressure will crack you. We're not here to chase idealized versions of ourselves, because that's what everyone's preaching. Chase, become. Become. You don't even know who you are, and you want to become someone. No. That's why you're not confident. You don't know who you are. You have no idea. You have no idea what you're good at. You have no idea what your strengths are. You have no idea what you give to the world. You have no idea because you've never fucking tried. You've been busy chasing. You've been busy being told by someone else who you should be, what you should strive for. And you lived life like that. That's you. You need to understand what you're good at, and you need to understand what you're bad at to paint a picture of who you are as a person. You need to understand. You don't need to cope about what you're bad at. I'm bad at many things. I tend to be a bit scattered. I tend to be a bit disorganized. I can be very impulsive, right? Those are my flaws. And those flaws harmed me throughout my life. When I was growing up, that's what they did. They were an issue for me because I was scattered. I was disorganized. I was messy. I wasn't really I was very ADHD that way, so that was harmful. Making stupid mistakes, making dumb mistakes. Even though I'm, quite logical in many ways, the reality is, when it comes to all this like taxes, the pragmatic shit of life, how to manage shit, I have no idea. I rely on other people, on smart people who are able to kind of do it for me, to help me with it. Once you understand yourself, you know what the to expect of yourself. But I can utilize people. That's my strength. You don't want to circle jerk your weaknesses. This is important. Because many people, once they start understanding who they are, they will just go into a cycle of, yes, but I'm very bad at this. Well, I'm bad at what the I just told you I'm bad at. And you don't see me crying about it. I don't feel anything about it, because that's the reality of the situation. Those are the facts. That's the truth. I ain't here to focus on my flaws. I'm here to focus on what the I'm good at. Because what I'm good at will be what I will use to go further in life. I'm not going to use my flaws to make my life better. I'm going to use my strengths to make my life better. And embrace who you are. That means, listen, if you're introverted, if you're shy, if you're silent, if you're too geeky, if you're too intellectual, maybe you're not the most masculine. You have to fucking embrace who you are. The reason why you think being introverted or being shy, not having the charisma is an issue is because you made it an issue. That's an issue that you have created. No, you don't need to become extroverted, big daddy Dom Chadwick, even though you're this kind of more intellectual nerd. You don't need that. Play into your strengths. You are intellectual. Play into it, right? You're more introverted. Cool. At least you don't need people as much. That's a fucking W. There's so many things that you can turn into positive, or so many things you can genuinely perceive as strength, as a superpower. People don't understand that. You already have superpowers. You just don't know what they are. Approach and mentality when facing situations is the most important. What I'm saying is pretty simple. You can have two people facing identical situation. One of them will turn it into positive. He's gonna think, okay, yeah, it sucks, but at the end of the day, I can turn it into positive. I can learn something from here. I can use this, that. I can, he's like, okay. In the end, maybe he thinks, oh yeah, it's not that deep. It could be fucking worse. The other individual does the opposite. Oh, why always me? Why am I always the one? Why other people? This is not gonna be good for me. It's the same situation. That's the funny thing. It's the same exact situation, perceived as two completely different things. That's the beauty of mentality, right? Like, you literally have power in your hands, but you choose to naturally give them the fuck up. And that's the thing. I've met people where I've talked to them, and I genuinely thought to myself, if you change your mentality, like if you fucking just weren't so stubborn about this weird but this, but that, but other people, but this, you would have actually defeated what the you're struggling with. But you're not doing it. You don't want to. You have control over it. And you hate to hear it in the moment because you want to give this control over to this external factor. No, I can't do it because society is going to stop me. I can't do it because my parents are not going to like me. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to look X, Y, and Z. And you're living your life that way. I'm not doing it because some other external factor stops me from doing it. Another point, I think, which is important, is commit to your values, to your wants and your desires. This is very important. What I'm saying is you live according to your beliefs and to your values and to your desires. And you would think, yeah, well, that's what I already do. No, you don't. What you mean? Why are you lying to me? You don't do that shit. You see this person on the internet, you want to be like them because they told you this. Maybe you're a girl, you see that woman looking like this, X, Y, and Z, telling you this product, buy this product, you're going to be looking like me and people will love you, and you're doing that. So don't sit here and tell me that you genuinely follow your true desires and wants and your values. That's absolutely not true. That's garbage. That's garbage, okay? I think to you it's important to maybe follow your passion. Right? Follow your passion. Maybe it's not pragmatic, but it's to follow your passion and live life according to your wants. Go with it. Own it. And if people oppose you and the society doesn't agree with you, create your set of values, your own values, and that is how you're going to stick to them. That is your motherfucking whole life. And as long as you stick to your way and your path, you are not betraying yourself. Another point, which is failure. Recognize that failure, mistakes, and flaws are completely natural. They're completely normal part of life. They don't actually mean shit. In terms of there's no emotions involved. The only emotions that are involved are emotions you are transferring or projecting on this concept. In of itself, mistakes, flaws, they have no feeling. There's no feeling to them. They're just things. They're things that exist, right? They exist whether you like it or you don't. They exist whether you acknowledge it or you don't. Instead, you can take something from it. Learn something about yourself from mistakes. And learn something that benefits you in the long run. That is how you can use them. We don't want to be stopped or scared of failure. We don't want to be scared of making mistakes. Because I always tell people, okay, you do this mistake, what happens then? Try to do it. Try to do that mistake. Like, did the earth just stop moving? Like, what happened? You made that mistake. Did something terrible happen? No, nothing terrible happened, right? So, why are you scared? What's there to be scared of? It's very easy to win. How is it to lose? That's difficult, isn't it? When you're the winner, now you need to face the loss. And how you deal with the loss, that's going to say something about yourself. If you could somehow change your mentality to be less external and more internal, that's what we want. And that is the step to confidence. That's why you see some people who are 5'6", they walk like they have huge balls of steel. That's why. Hopefully those tips will kind of benefit you guys, even if it's not going to teach you true confidence, because, I don't even know how much of this shit can be learned. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't even know how much of this shit can be learned, but can it be improved? I believe so. The mentality can be taught. I think so. Maybe someone someday will come to this channel and be like, you know what, I follow that shit, I follow those tips, and yeah, I'm much more confident. Maybe we'll see. I'm out. Ciao. Bye. I'm bouncing.